Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about episode 9 of season 1 of the Winchesters, Cast Your Fate to the Wind. Now, if you haven't seen the episode, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. So, here's my review for episode 9 of season 1 of the Winchesters, Cast Your Fate to the Wind. Now, before I get into the review, I just want to say that I actually know the person who wrote this episode, Rachel Lynette. I met them when I was going to college in Arkansas. So, Rachel, if by some chance you're watching this, great job with the episode. I thought it was really good. Since I knew, based on the promo, that vampires were going to be in this episode, the second I saw the two guys in the truck, I had a feeling that they weren't going to make it. And I was half right, since only one of them was killed. Also, even though the vampires were evil, I gotta say, faking your death in a car crash is a pretty creative plan. I understood why John wanted to find out who the man in the picture is, who we know is Dean, and I'm looking forward to finding out how Mary and John react when they find out who it is. But it makes sense that they wouldn't find out right away. Also, when Mary and John ran into Kyle, you could tell that Kyle was jealous since he could tell that Mary and John were together. And based on the end of the episode, we know that there's more going on with Kyle. I liked that Carlos told the guy who survived the vampire attack that they believed him when he told Carlos about what he saw the vampires do, even though he thought it was crazy. But it was good that Carlos didn't tell him it was vampires, since he would have thought that was crazy too. Also, when Betty asked the guy who survived the vampire attack who he was talking to, and also went to talk to Millie and tell her that she was worried about John because of John's new friends, it made sense that she was concerned, but I'm worried that Betty's concern could put her in danger. Even though it was obvious that John was going to be okay since he's in Supernatural, I didn't blame Mary for being worried when John touched the amulet and saw a vision of a vampire killing him, since Diana told them that whatever the amulet shows must come to pass. Also, when Diana was trying to stop John, Mary, Carlos, and Latika from leaving, it was obvious that she was waiting for the vampires to show up, and the reason that she was doing what the vampires wanted was because they would have killed her if she didn't. But they ended up killing her anyway. I understood why John was upset when Mary, Carlos, and Latika wouldn't let him come with them when they went after the vampires, but they were trying to keep him safe. And I liked that Mary called Millie to watch John. When Betty saw Mary, it was understandable when she told Mary that she doesn't want whatever Mary's doing to hurt John. It's nice that Betty cares about John, but it's annoying that she thinks Mary's going to put him in danger. I mean, sure, Mary, John, Carlos, and Latika have been in some dangerous situations, just not the kind that Betty thinks. It was lucky that Mary, Carlos, and Latika found out that there was a way the vampires could get into the clubhouse and were able to warn John and Millie. But when Mary told John and Millie about a vault they could hide in, I just thought, the vault's going to have a red carpet, which was the color of the carpet in the vision that John saw of a vampire killing him. And when Millie got the lights on in the vault, John saw the red carpet and realized that he was in the room that the vision said he would die in. When Mary saw the vampire kill John, I was wondering what the plan that John told Millie was. And it was that if John was already dead when the vampire bit him, then the vampire would get weaker because he drank dead man's blood, and then he would be easy to kill. And then when Mary, Carlos, and Latika got there, they could restart John's heart. And even though at first it looked like they couldn't bring John back, after Mary kissed him, he woke up. And them kissing made Carlos and Latika realize that John and Mary were together. It was cute when Carlos told Anton that they were sorry about not calling him back after their date, and they also asked him out on a second date. And it was funny when Anton said that he would have to check his schedule and get back to Carlos. And Carlos said he deserved that. I was also glad that Mary and John were planning to go out to dinner and see a movie. But since the episode ended with Betty and Kyle wondering what's going on with Mary, John, Carlos, and Latika, I'm wondering how that's going to go. And the last scene showed that there's definitely more going on with Kyle, since there were bite marks on the back of his neck. Whatever happens, I just hope that Betty doesn't end up in danger, because even though Betty and John aren't together anymore, she clearly still cares about John, so I'm hoping she doesn't die. Thanks for watching, guys! If you saw the episode, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my previous reviews for the Winchesters, check out the playlist. And if you want to see any of my future reviews for the Winchesters or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.